Writing against writing, or the written word is dead. A philosophical thought experiment to discover hidden perspective. No, the irony is not lost on me that I am writing against writing. However, this is where we are at, and I would like to offer a case that we utilize Socrates' arguments against writing to lead us towards the unrecorded spoken or hand-signed word. So many issues arise here: sight, sound, sensory experience, symbol, sign, etc., that complicate this exploration. And yet I step out foolishly into certain rebuke and I make a case against writing. A couple of seasons back in Alchemy 101, taught by Twitchy Witch, we discussed, debated the death of the author. In essence, is the author's intended meaning and life circumstance relative to the reader? Or does the reader have the liberty to encounter the author's written word without any indebtedness or need to understand the author at all? After reading Socrates' arguments, I am now of the perspective that it is not just the author that is dead, the written word itself is dead. In this past season of Alchemy 101, we read and discussed Socrates' arguments against writing. And at first glance I thought, this is absurd. I love to read. I love the recording of words. I love reflecting on them, listening to them, memorizing them, arguing with them, and even burning them on occasion. However, with further reflection, I'm going to attempt leaning into anti-writing. Yes, this also implies anti-reading. Not gonna lie, every fiber of my being revolts a bit at even suggesting such an idea. And yet, I must venture into that which I avoid in order to discover what I am not considering. This is an attempt to discover the potential impact of what I refuse to consider, notice, and ultimately be curious about. I am under no illusion that I will stop writing or reading as a result of this exploration. The written word is a form of attachment to a detached reality. The written word is a separation from the ongoing flow of life. Once a word is written, it is separated not only from the writer, but also life itself. The written word is a one-sided conversation within the mind of the individual consciousness. This act is a significant part of the creation and reinforcement of understanding, pseudo-permanence. Understanding, outside of an ongoing interactive experience of life, becomes a forfeiture of a nuanced presence with the moment at hand. Instead of reading the moment, we read the dead written word. This separation, detachment from the moment results in the failure to discover the unforeseen. We illusorily think we possess a fuller understanding than we actually have. This results in a stagnant, limited individual awareness over living in the flow of ever-evolving communal perception. When I was in grad school getting my Master's of Divinity, I stated, all theology outside of relationship is heresy. I stand by this still. Theology is by its very nature relational. To remove the relationship and have theological truth carved in stone is madness in its worst form. This leads to a violent severity that continues to violate the very essence of our humanity. I am now considering how the written word is the attempt to understand life outside of the living experience of life. The illusion it takes to hold this form of understanding has a cost and a seductive limitation that must be considered. The cost is most clearly seen when we violently think that we are right and the other deserves to die. This also is the seductive limitation in its raw form. I will be safe, happy, and secure in my own understanding. Ultimately, the written word is the grounding of interactive imagination, a separation from the living experience of an ever-changing reality. I will leave you with this. Any written word that is worth its salt will leave the reader with some sense of misunderstanding, confusion, and curiosity to engage with life more fully in the interactive present moment.